Hello guys, what's up? Hi Bernie. Oh, Studio One Sphere. Yeah, I love Studio One as well. And but I don't try Sphere yet. But I know that it's cool. It's a cool system. Hello guys. So, um this is a live stream, a new live stream because I would like to talk a little bit more in deep um, of course elements, cinematic rhythms, plus also elements modern scoring synth. And so in particular, I would like to show you some sound design possibilities because this is a folk warrior tribal percussion library, but has a really powerful sound design engine. So I would like to show you how to use this library also to create a little bit a different sound. So not only tribal percussion, but also something of different. Yeah, exactly. My sound not not so very well yet. Yeah, my voice is a little bit not so good yet. It was a really complex flu. Not COVID, but a complex flu, I have to say. Um, and I think that this is it was maybe a big the big and the most complex flu uh, in the last years. Anyway, now I feel better. Now I'm good. Just I've this voice. Uh, yeah, and it's a little bit strange because I did seven COVID test, all negative. So it's not COVID. It's a normal flu, but it was really hard, really complex. Yeah, and indeed I still have this voice. It's a little bit strange. Hello, Stefan. Anyway, so I prepared this session. I loaded just a footage with some. It's a footage from Dune trailer, just to have a picture, just to have an inspiration, just to see how some sounds work on this kind of footage, and of course. You are COVID free. Wow. I'm happy for you, Stephen, because I know it's a really fucking problem, this COVID. I hope that next winter, I hope it will be not so hard. I hope. Anyway, let's start to see and to play something. You know that I really love create sound in real time with these two libraries, and I would like to try to create sound design in real time, so I can show you how I use how I use elements model scoring synth plus elements cinematic rhythms to create some interesting sound. Okay, and of course, if you have any question about these two libraries, I can reply on the chat. Yeah, exactly. One more reason more to don't leave the studio. Indeed. Even if I usually I stay always in studio, but this time I took the flu. Anyway, okay, let's start to play something. So this is the video. It's just some beautiful image, beautiful footage by of Dune. So I would like to start to play just a little bit, for example, with this synth to show you how I can create interesting sound. In this case, I start from a init state, you know, and in general, I love to start from an init. You know, there are a lot of presets, but just to show you how I can create interesting sound. Hello, Kilabi. Nice to see you here. Ehi Giulio, a bello. Okay, let me try with layer 3. So I'm starting from scratch, so init state, just to create a text on real time. For example, I love this deep heat. It's a multi that you can found into the sound design folder of elements, cinematic readings. Hello Michael from Alaska. Wow, fantastic place. So remember that elements, cinematic readings it's always fantastic to create this kind of sound, so a little bit more sound design, so not only tribal warrior. Okay, so this multi, for example, it's really cool. Then for example, I load another instance here. Let me try with this loop G, and let me try. So the original sound is this one, and usually I love create layering, for example, like in this case I am playing just these two tracks, to create this kind of situation, this kind of sound. Let me try to customize a little bit this one with the expert tab. For example, I can use the transient shaping, a little bit of cutoff, maybe a little bit of delay as well. Remember, the special effect here is a pre-fader effect. That means that when you activate this special effect, and for example, like in this case, you use a filter in a FX rack that is post-fader, you know. So in this case, I'm creating a cutting effect, but this special convolution reverb is pre-fader, pre-FX rack, so the filter works only on the dry signal. So it's a nice opportunity to create, for example, this kind of effect. So the original sound is filtered by this filter here, but I have the convolution reverb here without the effect. And in this way you can create this kind of effect that are really cool. Okay. So it's a kind of sound that works, for example, very well with this footage. Let me check the chat. I recently made a rec score for the Vocalize 3 trailer competition. Oh, okay. Great, Stephen. Yeah. Indeed, I when I work, I have always a instance of elements loaded, because in my opinion, I know that I'm the developers, but in my opinion, it's a tool that help me anytime to start, to have an inspiring, to get inspiration, you know. And because you know, I'm also sound designer, so for me it's really important also not only compose music, but also create a sound, because for example, when I start, maybe this could be a real work, and I try also always to create also a sound, not only a music. And an instrument like Elements for me is absolutely a toolkit that help me anytime to create the correct sound, also starting from a presets or starting from scratch. And because there are a lot of synth, Zebra, Omnisphere, but I created this synth to help the composer, which is not a sound designer, because even if you start from scratch, you have a lot of samples that you can use as a starting point. For example, I load a water, which is an interesting sound as well. And then if I start with another layer, I add another layer. I just created an interesting texture, for example, and do a similar sound, for example, with a normal synth like Zebra. It's really, really hard. For example, now I would like to explain maybe in deep also a feature that maybe is not so clear. That is the assignable table. I love the assignable table because, for example, if I want to create a movement maybe with spectral filter of layer 1, I can use this assignable table. Click here, load a control, for example, spectral layer 1, click on go, and now if you go in play, you have this signal here that is automated by this curve, this LFO here that you can customize. Okay, and this is pretty cool because now I have the spectral filter which is automated. So are all sounds that in my opinion are working very well. For example, now I'm just trying, but all this texture for me work. Of course, I suggest to stay with on headphones or a good pair of monitors. example, now I want that the filter is a little bit more static, so I draw a different curve here, so the movement is not so deep. Yeah, exactly. One instant underscore with 3 layers without any external effect, you know. Only one instance. For example, let me try to record just this texture. Oops, no. Activate, please. Enable. Okay. Okay, just as example here. Now I load the elements, CR, cinematic rhythms. Very nice, this sound. Are you stick to the 0G engine, or do you would you like to use another one if you could? This is not an engine by 0G. Yeah, you can see here 0G core engine, but I have created this engine. Okay, so yeah, it's brand. It's there is the 0G brand, you know. No, don't worry. Also, my English is not so good. I figure out what you mean. Anyway, this is an engine that I've created for 0G, for this library, because I create the library from scratch. So I create the script, I create the user interface, and then 0G is the distributor, the distributor. I hope you have understand. Let me check. I hope you have understood. For example, I love the reverse loop here, because if you use this effect, you can create this reverse sound, and I love. exactly. I've started with the first engine created for, in this case, for Elements Monoscoring synth here, and from this engine then I created the engine of cinematic rhythms that is similar, but of course has some different features. But I've started from this engine, and in the future I think I will use this engine to create maybe also another library for Elements series. Why not? Okay, I love this reverse sound, just to try. Okay, let me try. Duplicate. I try to create another sound. Maybe I can start from, let me try another loop here. Let me try the presets. Let me try dark. Nice. Let me try. So as you can listen, this library can do also a different sound from a tribal warrior folk. In this case, I'm creating a completely different sound, more I can say sound design sound. Okay, now I want to recreate. this. I love this organic guitar here, which is a little bit metallic. No, sorry. Vox here. Without using any Efera Gold, without using any vocal library, but just using, I would like to use only these two libraries to create this example. So Vox, okay, let me try with this one just to test. Okay, I use the sync mode, maybe half time. Delay. Okay, usually I love the use of this page here, which is the LFO main page, and in particular I love this area, which is really powerful because for example these three LFOs here control. This one is a main pitch. This one is a main LFO speed that controls the time stretching, and this one is a main LFO of panorama pan pot, you know. And for example, let me try to use this LFO to create a little bit an effect on this Vox. A slow LFO. You know, Zimmer use a lot of this effect. Let me try with another layer. Always with this particular Vox here. So this is Vox 1. Let me try Vox 2. I activate the sync mode. Let me try on the context. Okay, it's really cool, this sound. I need a little bit of attack time because there is a click. Okay, maybe I can use also this LFO to create a movement. For example, a big amount. And now if you have a headphone or a studio monitor, you can listen that the sound as this pumpotting. Yeah, this is a nice signature, exactly. Okay, I like that. Maybe I have to create a loop here just to try. Okay. Yeah, a little bit dissonant, exactly. I love this dissonant sound because it's always modern. Okay, I created this movement here. Let me try. Hey, Pagan Son, many thanks, mate. And in this live, I just showing how you can use also elements, see hair in a different context, because I did a lot of tutorial where I've used this library to create folk, warrior, tribal, a lot of nice tribal percussion. And for that, it's absolutely the first maybe context where you can use this library, but it's a deep library and you can create also a completely different sound. And for example, in this case, I'm using with elements modern scoring scene to create a completely different sound. I duplicate another track of elements. I need of let me try multi-instrument. I need of let me try this spring instruments. Okay, this is a great sound design sound in my opinion, and I love to use this sound changing also a little bit this filter here, which is a pitch. Let me try to change. Let me try. Okay, I record this tiki taka, tick tack, and then I change a little bit. Nice. This tick 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 tack tiki tika tiki taka. Okay, now I need of a little bit. I duplicate this part here with this box, and I want to create a double layer. Okay, let me try. Oops, sorry. There is a issue here. It's this replica delay, a little bit of feedback. Okay, quantize. Let me quantize here. Okay, maybe I try double time here. I won't try. Let me try with another layer just to test. Vox number 4. Double. Okay. Sounds great. And now I duplicate an elements CR instance, and maybe now I need of I won't try to some traditional percussion, but something of deep and low, so maybe deep drums. Exactly, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, sorry. Okay, I add this part. One, two, 1, 2. So I'm using in this part, I started with a sequencer part, and this is another sequencer part with this patch here. Let me quantize, and quantize, and then I add also in this part the audio loops. Okay, and OK. And as usual, I love create a layering. So in this case, I duplicate this part, and I would like to try, and I would like to add another multi here, because now I'm using this one, which is deep drums, but I want to add also a frame drum. Maybe this one, frame drums detune. Let me try. Yeah, I love this sound. Okay, let me try into the context. Deep hit here. I quantize just this part here. Let me try. Another layer of elements here, but I want something of metal, some bells maybe. Let me try with some bell pitch here, also a multi-instrument. Yeah, something like that. Then I add maybe a reverb. Just to give you an example of how you can create layering with this library. Okay, let me set in solo this one, because maybe I want to add okay, in this case I use an external rival, just a Valhalla with a big decay. In this case I'm doing sound design, so it's just an example. In this case a melody is not important. You have to understand, guys, that today it's important create a sound, okay? Create a melody, it's absolutely a nice thing, but there are a lot of situations that a melody doesn't work. Because in some situation there is not space for a melody, there is not space for a theme, there is not space for a traditional composing. In this case, for example, I'm just creating some sound design because I'm using this library to showing the sound design possibilities, okay? It's not a situation where I have to show how to create a melody, for example. In this case, it's important to understand how you can create sound design, a great sound, a modern sound, a contemporary sound with just two libraries. And this is important, and this is usually one thing that I see that a lot of guys are not so able to do, not only with my libraries but in general, because it's something of it's something that is not so easy, but it's important to figure out how you can create the correct sound, for example, starting from scratch, just with two libraries, and then of course you can create a melody, but it's easy create a melody, in my opinion. It's one of the probably most easy thing to do for me. It's hard to create a sound, in particular if you start from scratch. And okay, because uh, usually I see that some user start from a patch, for example, deep drums, and then maybe you create a track with deep drum and stop. The percussion is completed. No, it's important add layers, created the correct sound, because here there is this one, there is this one, there is this one that is doing a little part. Now maybe I can add another part. In this way you can create layer, and in some situation this workflow it's really important. You know, and of course now I started with a lot of sound, but maybe in a real scenario, in a real context, I could start to maybe of course less sound here, probably more without this sound. Probably something like that. Yeah, something like that. For example, I can create an automation with the volume. Something like that, to create a nice starting. I usually, when in a real context, when I work, I I start create with a complex part. I put tracks without thinking a lot. Okay, I see the image, I see the footage, and I start to create the part. Then I start with a more logical workflow. So I think and I choose, okay, this part here, I start without this part, I put this part here. But when I start, I write part, I write sound, you know. Hey, thank you, Young Star. For example, I love now create a more dry sound. I started from a reverberant sound, but in this case I tried this dry sound because I like very well. I like very much with this kind of automation here. So listen to this part. It's a little bit sick. Okay, maybe. In this part I can create something like that. Or just I want to try something different. Okay, like this. Let me try to record. A little bit of automation here just to helps. Let me try another sound just to create sound. This is what I want to do in this live. Let me try this. Maybe. No. You are going to make a cinematic brass? No, I think no, because there are a thousand of cinematic brass and cinematic strings. So I would like to create. Yeah, there are thousand of percussion library, but I think that Elements CR is a little bit different. Because yeah, damage 1, damage 2, action strike, apocalypse percussion. There are a lot of libraries, but I've studied a lot of these libraries before starting with the creation of Elements here, and to me this library it's a little bit different. So in the future, if I will do a brass library, it will be something of different. Or if I will do a string library, it will be something different. So probably not a classic cinematic string library, but something of little bit more, I don't know, more particular. There are a lot of strings library. So I don't know. I don't know what I will do. Now, actually, I working on the major upgrade of course, Theragold Atlantis that uh, is growing very very well, and I'm adding another new singer called Elena. So elements sorry Theragold Atlantis 2 will have three singers. Clara, of course, and we'll add also new content with Clara. There will be Julia, which has a fantastic Helven voices. That I did some work in progress videos, and now in these days I'm going to record with Elena, which is a new great singer. She's works for Disney as well, and it's of course it's a different vocals from Clara, and it's different from Julia. It's I think it's a mix between Clara and Julia, because Julia has a really elven voice. Clara, is an amazing singer and Clara can sings any type of styles, but has a voice with a big character. Clara is emotional, she's epic, she's ethnic, folk, medieval. Helena is a mix between these two singers. She has not the character and the voice, this powerful voice of Clara, and but is not so Helven like Julia. So it's a mix between these two singers. So Etheragold 2.0, Atlantis 2.0, sorry, will be a really really great upgrade, and I'm really happy, because probably it will be the I don't know how I can say, but the must to have of the vocal library, because in a library there will be three fantastic singer, true legatos, vocal phrases, and I really love the new Nordic true legato made with Clara. It's amazing to create epic part, Nordic epic part, which with the flavor of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Clara is the singer of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the game, and we did a true legato with exactly that sound. If you search for Out of the Nord track of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we have did we did exactly that true legato to play with that kind of sound, which is Nordic but also epic at the same time, and it's really really fantastic. And I think we'll be ready for autumn, so late October, early November. I think, yeah. If I can, for I would like to release to release it for late October. I will try. Clara is complete. Is it's The Clara parts are quite completed. Julia is done. It's completed. Now we are recording with Helena. With Helena, I will do only vocal phrase and sustains, and not true legato, because we are working remotely. So Helena is not here in Rome. So create a true legato remotely, it's really really hard, because it's a really complicated session, are a lot of sessions, and I need the singer here. So with Helena, we are going to record only vocal phrases a lot, and a really cool sync sustain sound, which are really really interesting. And anyway, yeah, I love Atlantis. It's probably my preferred Efera Gold library ever. I really really love. Absolutely. Okay, now I want to try with okay, I love this muffle piano. Muffle. Okay, this part maybe after. And then big Brahms. As usual. Hey David, what's up? Meow. If I remember well, there is a sound to create some rising here. Reset multi multi-instrument. No, single instrument, sound design, loop. There is a loop that has a cool, maybe loop M, expert presets, loop M, no, loop L, sorry. So I load the loop L, preset, loop L, rising. Let me try these presets. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So remember, loop L preset, because the original sound, now I show you. If you load this loop L, the sound is this one. But remember, you have the expert tab presets, and inside there are some presets that I've created. So now I'm using loop L. So I go on loop L and I search for example, this rising. You can try also to load this preset with another instrument, maybe loop M. You have just to try, maybe it works. Of course, I created this preset with this loop L by changing this setting, but why not? You can try, maybe you can find a nice combination. Now I load this one. Okay, I create let me try. Yeah, I need to create before the automation. Hey, I want this guy here. Okay, thanks. Thank you very much. Okay, then I fix a little bit better. Let me record the MIDI. All together. And boom! What fucking loop! I created a super loop here. Super loop. Again. Hey. Fuck. Wendell, come on. Okay. Okay. Now, just to test some percussion, multi-sequencer. Maybe in this case it could be nice some toms. There is a patch called or massive toms. No, where is? I've created so many patch that I don't remember if it's multi-instruments or a multi-sequencer. Toms. Medieval. So these metal and toms. Let me try this one. No, it's not this one. Mega combo, if I remember well, it's cool. This is cool, really cool. Let me try. Then I play some round robins. Just as a bass, of course. Duplicate. Of course, now I'm not using any external effect or reset. And let me try with another nice low deep drum. multi combo, massive taikos. I don't want use the taikos. Too much taikos out there. There is not only taikos. There are also a lot of nice, interesting percussion. Only taikos, taikos, epic taikos. Stop taikos, please. I have taikos here, but too much taikos in the world. Multi-tom, let me try. Okay. I quantize? No, maybe not. Hey Stephen, yeah, now I go as well. I complete this example in another live maybe. For example, now I duplicate as usual this part that I played and I load another instance. For example, let me try with also warrior drum, and maybe I add also deep drums. I created this big multi. Let me try. Crying. Okay, sounds great. Let me try. Maybe a save could be nice. No, this part, no, thanks. Okay, I need more sound here. Okay. Yes, sounds nice. Before closing this live, I want try. What time is it? Where is? Oh, okay, maybe I have a little bit time. Because there is an instrument here, sound design. Let me try loop M. Sorry, there is a presets loop M. Hello, Martin. What's up, mate? I'm just playing around elements, CR and the elements modern scoring scene to create a little bit something different as a folk sound. No, a loop L presets, loop L, okay, Brahms, let me try. No, I don't want a Brahms or this kind of sound. I want to try something different. Hello, Steve. Lupo. Let me try. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Oh no, wow, this one. This is really cool. Yeah, I have to go in time, but anyway, and then I quantize. I don't know if I start from this part of this one. Maybe after. This is better without. Okay, quantize all these guys here, and let me try. Here maybe something more melody, I don't know, some melodies. Okay, there is something out of sync, maybe I don't understand where. Okay. Nice. Nice. Let me load with this deep heat. Hey, thank you. I need of this deep sound, so elements 22 deep heat. I'm using the loop. Oops. No, it's a PC, Windows 11. Which program runs the video? You mean this video? Nuendo, of course. Or you are talking of OBS to run? Sorry, to go the no, sorry, to do the stream. Anyway, I'm using the same machine for OBS to go live. And I'm the movie. It's Nuendo. Is inside Nuendo. The track video here, but of course also Cubase. Yeah, Nuendo. I've imported the video inside the video track, and that's all. But of course you can do also with Cubase, Logic, Studio One. Yeah, you can import a video, but Studio One is still missing of a real video track, and this is a big problem in my opinion, because a video track, one video or more video tracks are really useful. Ableton, I don't know. I don't use Ableton, so I don't know if you can import a video track. Usually Ableton is not the best DAW to do scoring, you know. It's a fantastic it's a fantastic DAW to create ADM or sound design. Why not? As a fantastic tools inside. There are fantastic tools. I love Ableton to create sound, to do sound design, but maybe it's not my preferred DAW to create scoring, to do scoring on the picture, you know. Of course, the first choice to me, yeah, it's absolutely Nuendo, Cubase for my task, for my in my opinion, but of course also Logic on Mac. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, indeed. I said if you want to create scoring, you know, on the picture, on probably Cubase is a fantastic DAW, or Logic if you use a Mac. But on Windows in particular, for me, Cubase or I use Nuendo because you know, I'm a I'm a composer, but I'm a sound designer as well. So Nuendo has some features really useful when you are working on a typical sound design project, when you are mixing, you are doing multi-channel mixing, Atmos, you know. So Nuendo, for this reason, is my first choice for this reason. But about the composing, about the music, it's absolutely identical. It's the same with Cubase and Nuendo. Regarding the music, are absolutely the same. You are welcome, Steve. Something different. What happens? Okay. Okay, because there is this low dip that is masking a little bit the low frequencies of this track. Anyway, let me open another track here. Hey Antonio, thanks mate. Thank you. use that. Okay, I use this part. Just to create this layering here, so we have this one plus this one. Okay. And maybe just to try, now I need of I don't know, just to try. Okay, my cam is dead here. Why is dead? I don't know. Anyway, no problem. I use only this one. Okay, I want to try with some string, staccato, spiccato, low, also spiccato. just an idea, but it's just a rough, really, really rough. Anyway, so I think that now I have to go, but it was just a live to showing you a different approach with elements here in particular, because previously I talked about this library in particular to create tribal folk sound, you know, warrior percussion, to create this kind of tribal um, sound. But remember that this library is really, really deep, and as I'm doing right now, I'm creating this kind of sound with just two libraries. Yeah, now I'm trying with also Arc one, just to create these strings here, but I'm using elements modern scoring synth and elements CR to create this sound. Of course, this elements here is perfect when you need of a tribal warrior percussion. There are a lot of sound inside this library, so take your time to see all the instrument, the single instrument, the multi instruments, the multi sequencer, as I shown on my tutorials. You can use the round robins, you can use the audio loops, and you can use the sequencer. And if you combine these different way to use this library, you can create a really complex sound, as I did in this live. During this live, I love create layering between the tracks. So as usual, try, and I think that you will be happy. Oh, thank you, Steve. And but as I'm doing right now in this during this test with you, this library can do also a different kind of sound, you know. For example, that rising, there are a lot of sound design instruments inside this library, are also really particular. You can I suggest you to try to change some setting, the preset here. You can do a lot of in things with these two libraries in general. Elements model scoring synth plus elements here are really, really powerful. Okay, so thank you, guy. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Steve, and all the guys here. And yeah, absolutely. It works in a fantastic way. Also with Efera Gold, Atlantis, Efera Gold 2.5 in general, with all Efera Gold series, of course. Okay, thank you, guys. See you in the next tutorial, in the next live in general, and thank you very much, and see you next. Bye bye. Ciao.